Everybody, welcome back to the Guild Wars 2 ESL Weekly Cup number 11. We are in the finals now. Cheese mode. Going up against VoTF. And it's going to be a sick one at that, Blue.
Indeed it will. This should be an awesome finals. We have people like Helseth, Tage, CanScout, Super, and Posey playing for VoTF. Definitely some well-known names over here. And as usual, we do have Cheese mode. Our usual finalists over here on the blue team, and again, they have proved themselves many times before this in many weekly cups. So definitely going to see how this one turns out.
Absolutely, man. I'm excited to get this one started, and let's not do it yet because we have to go over the builds first. Given that it's the finals, we will see. We have seen them before, but let's just go over some of the player stuff to see if they've changed anything or not, and get into this, man.
Indeed, let's take a look-see here. First, going to take a look at Lord Helseth, currently playing Mesmer for this team, running with 6 rooms of Lissa as well as Staff, Greatsword, Valkyrie's Ammo, and the traits being 30-20-00-20. Again, going to be playing Mesmer. Posey on Necromancer, going to be playing with 6 rooms of the Nightmare as well as Staff, Scepter Dagger, Grab an Amulet, and the traits are going to be 30-20-00-20. Super, you're going to be playing Hambo Warrior here, all with the Zerker Amulet, with 6 runes of Lissa, the Hambo, obviously, and then 00-30-10-30, and his traits, CanScout on Spirit Ranger, going to be playing with 6 runes of Grant, as well as Sword, Torch, Axe Dagger, Settler's Amulet, and the traits going to be 10-0-30-30-0, and then...
One second, Blue. Hold on. Sorry, we had a little bit of a problem going into the game here. 1 second. There we go. Everything should be up and ready, except... Hold on, we've lost a... 1 second.
What's going on?
I'm having a little bit of a stream issue. I don't know what's going on here. We've lost our overlay for the game, which is kind of really not supposed to happen. 1 second, guys. I'll just throw it back into the scene, and we'll be right into it. Oh. Yeah, this doesn't happen normally.
Is check the file? Is the file corrupted or something?
I have no idea what happened, but I'm just throwing it back in, and we should be good now. Yes.
Is it up?
There we go. Okay, everything's fine. Everything's working. Cool. Awesome.
Okay. So. Okay.
Yeah.
So going from there, let's start.
Moving on.
Helseth again, 6 runes of Lissa's.
No, like, we can start like CanScout.
Alright, let's start at CanScout. CanScout running typical Spirit Ranger, 6 runes of Grant, as well as Sword, Torch, Axe Dagger with Settler's Ammo, and the traits being 10-0-30-30. Tage going to be running on Bunker Guardian, playing with 6 runes of the Soldier, as well as Staff, Mace Focus, Cleric's Ammo, and the traits being 05-30-35. And then moving now over to Cheese Mode, Zabados playing Hambo Warrior, 6 runes of Lissa, Hambo, Soldier's Ammo, traits 00-30-10-30. Freylina on Bunker Guardian, 6 runes of the Soldier, Staff, Mace Focus, Cleric's Amulet, traits 05-30-35. Basically a mirror of Tage. Azeron playing, again, what appears to be like a pretty similar build to what we saw one of the members of Warbears running, actually. Yeah. I think. Running with 6 runes of Grant, as well as Shortbow, Sword Dagger, Carrying Amulet, and the traits being 10-10-30-20-0. Interesting spread. And then Ram on Coke, running with 6 runes of Lissa, Longbow, Axe, Sword, Soldier's Amulet, traits 15-0-25-0-30. And then last but not least, Sizer on Thief, playing with 6 runes of Lissa, Shortbow, Sword Dagger, Berserker's Amulet, and the traits 10-30-0-30-0.
Awesome. Now that we've got everything corrected and ready to go, I'm really excited. The finals are always super sick, and these teams are no one to mess with. I mean, you've got Super and Posey who won the Guild Wars 2 Invitational. Helseth needs literally no explanation. CanScout and Tage are both really sick within their own rights as well. And then you have Cheese Mode, the resident winners of
the match starts soon.
Sorry, the resident winners of pretty much every ESL thing. That's every ESL Weekly Cup that has been out there. You know, it's either been Cheese Mode or 55 HP Monks.
We do have a new challenger in the arena today, which is going to be VoTF, and we'll have to see how it turns out as round 1 is beginning right now.
Absolutely. Checking out the split, though, we will see that Blue is going to go ahead and cross with 4 right now. They are sending 1 home and none to mid here. This is going to be a sick fight here. Posey getting caught off guard. He's going to have to pop his plague form immediately, and he's getting taken down by Zapdos now as Frey and everyone decides to run straight up for the point there. We will see that Posey is going to run towards mid, and he should be fine there. Tage gets on point, going up against Frey is going to be an interesting mirror for that. Sizer going in on Super immediately. Let's check out what Sizer's going to do. He's actually going to go ahead and shadow step the Posey, who's in Death Shroud form and actually about to drop out of it. Posey at about quarter health now, or probably a third right now. He can get trained down pretty easily if Sizer decides to step into him.
Yeah, and Sizer as well, he's going to be the one to basically take down Posey if there was going to be anyone to do it, so Posey does have to watch out for that. He's trying his best. He's in the middle of the fray now because he knows he's going to be focused, so he's basically not even taking any risk by hanging on up on the rafters. He's going to be trying to DPS from afar because he knows basically that he's going to get focused, and as such, he wants to make sure he's in the fight and ready to get res from his teammates.
That's right, man. And this fight here on mine it's really kind of ruthless. It's like it's really to the point, like down to the wire for both teams right now.
And indeed, as we're going to see too, Sizer making his way up over here to middle is going to be racing with Helseth actually to try and get on mode there. Helseth did get to the node first, or rather got to the node in time, and as such allowed himself to keep the cap in control of his team for the time being.
That's right, Canscout coming up to support Helseth as well with his spirits. We will see Azron pushing forward with his own, and Sizer is going to go in here. Now Sizer can just dispatch Helseth if he decides to go in on him, and it looks like he will, immediately spiking him down there. Going to try and chain him down. He's very low, and yet he goes straight down into the down state now, and Sizer can begin training down the body as well. But it looks like, did Helseth get up from how did Helseth get up there?
I think I tuned in just in time to see. I believe he got up due to his spirit there, so he was able to get himself back up into the game. Do need to know though that while Sireph was narrating that, back over here at the mine, red team was able to take full control of that. They knocked out Freylina, and I believe Zapdos in the process, and as such, were able to get control of that node back. And now we're seeing blue team spawns come out now, but Helseth doing an excellent job at keeping Freylina held back, which is going to keep a Bunker Guardian out of the mid fight, and obviously give his team some more time to try and deal damage over here in middle.
That's right, but the mid fight is kind of oddly split in two right now.
It's moved back over here to mine.
There is still a fight between Canscout and Azron, but it was really a 1v1. Freylina gets up there now to sort of try and do something, but the fight has sort of dispersed over to like where mine is, and it's really now just Sizer trying to go crazy on someone. And I think he's going to go in on Posey right now. Yep, he's going to go ham on Posey, and really we're going to see Helseth pushing the Henge right now as well. So all teams are all over the place. I think both are really doing exactly what they need to do here, but it is Cheese Mode up 76 to 67 right now.
Indeed it is, as we can currently see though over here in the middle. Tage again, look at this, Tage 3v1 tanking over here in middle and doing a pretty darn nice job of it. He's hanging on, rolling off node for the time being, as he did get some more teammates coming, Posey coming in here to help him out, but he's still alive. He's still got some cooldowns, although he's starting to run out right now, but for the time he's okay, and it looks like he as well is going to run into a corner. Yeah, it looks like he's going to be okay. So again, Tage tanking like a tank here in the middle. 3v1.
I love symbol builds, man. Just the shouts and the symbols together, really good synergy for healing yourself and keeping your teammates alive. And that's exactly what he's doing right now, because all those pulses from Symbol of Swiftness, the symbol on the mace, are really, really effective for Guardians to stay alive there. And now Sizer is getting dropped, Rom is getting dropped in the mid as well. So we're going to start seeing, VoTF is going to start dominating the middle here, and that might begin to allow them to run away with a lead.
Indeed it will, assuming they do get control of that. We still have a lot of blue people here, though, so they are going to have to whittle their way through that. Azron going down right now as well. Look at the Condis on Freylina and Zapdos. Really nice job by Posey spreading those around there, getting them onto the blue team members, and with that, they should be getting whittled down here fairly shortly. It's just getting through Zapdos' healing signet, as well as Freylina has that gone in the downstate too. More than likely, she won't be getting back up.
Yeah, Freylina going to get stomped out by Tage there. Zapdos in the downstate, also getting stomped out by Super. So kind of a mirror stomp, if you will. Super stomping out of the other warrior, and Tage stomping out the opposing guardian. Really interesting stuff coming out here. We will see that Blue's got some people crossing. It's Sizer and Rom now going in on Canscout. Over on mine, Posey coming in for support. Gonna drop some Condis around here, but we will see Azron is gonna join the fight as well. So it's gonna be a 2v3. Oh man, so many people are joining the fight over here. And meanwhile, all of this is going on. Helseth is decapped Henge.
Yep, Helseth again, good comms for VoTF here, making sure they keep the callouts as to numbers on points, and as such, Helseth realizes, hey, nobody's unhinged, so let me go grab this. And he is, however, going to have to go up against one of the warriors from Cheese Mode, because they do have the make over there, but we'll have to see how that fares out, though. He did get the full cap, so now it bears the question is, does Helseth actually want to fight on node against a Hammer Warrior, just because of how much power a Hammer Warrior can command on node, and it looks like Helseth doesn't want to do that, so he's just going to fall back. Happy with the 2 cap for now, and either fight off node or proceed back over to the main fight at mine.
Yeah, he might. He's got the portal there for the extra utility of just like try to do things. He's got the illusions as well that really sort of allowed him to escape right there. So we're gonna see that a lot of the blue forces they're trying to push in, but they've really been pushed back. And now Helseth is gonna have to go to mid, where he's gonna have to deal with Sizer. Not exactly the optimal 1v1 for Helseth here. But you know he's very capable of doing it, I would say.
Yeah. I would definitely say so, but if anything's going to outdo Mesmer, it's gonna be Sword Dagger.
Yeah,
so we'll have to see
this guy. So he's popping up the short bow, gonna try and do some damage here, but you know Helseth is retaking the midpoint as best as he can right now. Over here on the big fight, we're gonna see Tage still on point. They've got it pretty much secure. But Spirit Res, what's up?
Helseth over here in middle. He was 2v1 against Zapdos as well as Sizer, and remember that portal he threw down in the henge?
Oh, he went straight through it?
Yep.
That's such a great play.
Sizer's making his way back over here right now. He did manage to get there before Helseth got the full cap, but nonetheless, Helseth the decap back over here and is now fighting for control of this. But again, though, Sizer does have the advantage in the 1v1, so we'll have to see how Helseth actually fares out. One thing to note, though, is that Helseth is actually running with Valk's Amulet compared to what Mesmer's usually run, which is Berserker's Amulet. So that's just something interesting to note there, too.
Yeah, absolutely, man. He will get dropped to the downstate here. Sizer going to be able to take him down here from afar now, and you can just kind of sit on the point, cap it while he's doing some damage to Helseth. But here comes, no, that was just an illusion. I got too excited.
And indeed, back over here at the mine, we have this fight still continuing on. Tage as well as Posty are still tanking against Azeron and Zapdos. Azeron about to go into the downstate as well. Let's see if Zapdos is going to go for the save. It looks like though Tage has a stability stomp, and as such, Azeron will be eliminated, and more than likely, red team should be reclaiming this point as soon as they get the damage to make their way through Zapdos' healing signet. And as well, but here comes Fralina too, so it looks like they want to actually bunker this far node. And over here in middle too, that fight's still going. So
yeah, it's going to be Sizer and Super, Sizer versus Super rather, with Rom to support them, and this is not a 2v1 that like I personally would ever want to try, but they will see support from Kanscout coming up here, but Super's already been dropped, so it's kind of too late unless he can get let's see if Kanscout has that res utility. He needs to pop it out immediately to get him up if he's going to even try, but no, the Stomp goes through onto Super, so now Kanscout really just needs to sit on the point here, because they do technically have it, even though the overlay says otherwise. They do have this point fully capped, and they are getting 2 cap right now. Blue's been forced to push up more people here now. Azeron joining the fight as well as Frey, but Tage is close behind as long as he can stay up. Oh, look at that self-res. So good from Kanscout coming up though.
Indeed, gonna get Kanscout back into the game, and he can now serve the role as a support if he wants to stay in this. However, is gonna be moving himself off the node. Sizer now coming in as well, gonna be still trying to take him down. Kanscout doing a nice job of using his dodges again, dodging a nice burst of damage using the Serpent Strike there, but unfortunately, due to the position he was in, had no way to escape out of that, and as such was taken down and is now gonna get stomped out by Sizer as well, giving them the advantage possibly here in the middle no fight. But again, considering Tage, Helseth, and basically a lot of the big team fight members from VoTF are here in the middle, more than likely this node will still stay in control of red team.
That's right. Super is going over to Henge. Sizer has already gone over to mine here, and Helseth has dropped the portal there to see if he can start setting up a play here, start setting up just really anything that he can do here. Now we're going to see a 3 cap situation for VoTF, and you know this is not where you want to be at all if you're cheese mode, especially this late in the game. Being 3 capped is such a terrible thing to happen.
Yeah, and again, these 3 cap strategies, this was exactly what cheese mode was doing rather to Warbears in the last set. And it seems that the tables have completely been turned on them now, as it's basically being used against them at this point, as now VoTF is using a 3 cap strat against cheese mode.
Yeah, and we're seeing Super. He was about to take down Rom, but Rom managed to get him down here. We're going to see the Stomp going through as well. And so Rom will begin retaking Henge right now. If we go and jump over to mid, rather, we're going to see Tage going up against Azeron, and that could last for such a long time here. But we will see Zapdos attempting to move over to the mid here. Does get dropped in the downstate. Helseth coming in with some damage, with illusions doing damage. Posey over here as well. Can just, a ward and just throw down a mark, throw him down, but he will rally in vengeance and try and do something, make something work. Let's jump over to mine, though, however, as we will see that Sizer and Frelina are doing a really great job keeping everyone off of it, and now Count Scout and Super are here. Sizer's going to go ahead and start hunting someone down here, but Frelina is his job is just to really stay on mine for as long as possible.
Indeed it is. And as well, back over here in the middle, that fight's still carrying on, and it will probably be for quite some time. We have Tage sitting here. It looks like he's going to be quite alright for some time. Other members are fighting off point in a downstate fight, too, as we have Helseth and Posey down over here, and Realm be the one trying to execute stomps at the moment. Has not been able to do so successfully just yet, though.
Yep, Helseth is down. Will he get stomped out is the question, though. We do have Tage trying to arrest him, trying to get him up. Not quite able to do so just yet, but doesn't matter, as we will see that Super and company went over and stole that last chieftain kill kind of out of nowhere. They didn't have any income, and they were just like, well, let's just end this.
And yeah, so with that last stomp coming off there in favor of VoTF, they will be taking the first game and putting them up 1-0, just one game away from taking the entire tournament.
Absolutely. This has been the closest of the games that we've played so far, but the score differential was like not close at all. It's been the team fights that have been super close, and the strategies employed by both teams have been pretty interestingly inverse.
I'd say they've been pretty equal. It's just that VoTF definitely had the better opener, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
And because of that, they were just able to, again, a lot of these games, like in general today, I've noticed this, like not just in this set, but basically in a lot of this, it's really come down to like what goes down in the first like 5 minutes of the game. Because a lot of these teams have really especially in the last set we thought this too, where the opener just proved to be so much, like so crucial to what would happen, and then the other team just really couldn't ever overcome because of what happened at the beginning of the game, and they were just, guys, what do we do? And then they could never really figure out what to do. And that sort of happened there too, but obviously, again, Cheesemo definitely did a lot better job of trying to get around that 3-cap strategy. But it seems to, when they've been going for it and when it's been working, it has been doing a pretty darn nice job of giving people a lead when people have tried to go for that strat at the beginning. Yeah,
I'm really interested to see sort of what's going to come out, because we're not seeing any sort of changes in build or anything. So,
nah, I don't think.
I think that they think that they're pretty close in.
Yeah, I don't think they're like, that wasn't like mechanically speaking, like score wise, that was VoTF had that game pretty nicely, but like mechanically wise, I'd say it was a fairly even game. Just because of like how the fights were going and whatnot. So I don't think anybody was realizing like, okay, we're getting hard countered in team fights by X or Y, so you need to change class. No, there was really none of that going on. It was really just all coming down to how they were moving around the map. So I don't think they're going to be changing any builds when you're in a scenario like that.
All right, well, we're just waiting on these guys to ready up. Probably just discussing the strategies, trying to figure out how they're going to come back in this match. You know, we haven't seen any of these matchups go to 3 games so far this week. And I guess we could say so far this year, couldn't we? Really,
I guess.
But like, interesting to note is that in these ESL Weekly Cups, there are like most of these matches will be 2-0s. There's very rarely 2-1s, and part of it is that, you know, sometimes you get matched up against a team that just outclasses you, like immediately. But are other times where, you know, these sometimes you just the strategy you end up employing to sort of try and come back on this map just ends up backfiring, especially with the Lord mechanic and just how snowbally this map can be.
Yeah, definitely agree. So again, guys, we are just waiting for the other members of Cheesemo to ready up here, and as soon as they do, we should get started with what could possibly be the last game of the day.
Yeah, man.
And as well, guys, before we're gonna plug some stuff while we're in a delay here, waiting for the rest of them to ready up.
Yeah, man.
Actually, hold on. I'm gonna hold off on the plugging because it looks like we're almost ready to go here.
We're just waiting on Rom, and we're waiting on Super, and
come on.
Come on, guys.
I held the plugs.
Why can't I hold all these plugs?
Don't make me regret holding my selfless plugs.
Selfless?
Or, yeah, whatever.
I think it's the word you're using you're looking for rather is shameless.
Yeah, okay, that's my bad. Shameless plugs. Sorry.
Yeah.
It was a long night.
Oh man. Come on, Super.
It's all on Rom
Super's
now.
got it. It's all on Rom. Come on, guys.
We should totally cast this.
Hashtag believe. Hashtag believe.
Believe in the check mark. The check mark is real.
Rom for president. Let's go.
Rom for check mark.
Rom for ready. Hit that R button. Come on, buddy.
Rom for ready. Come on. Come on, Rom.
We believe in you.
There we
The
go.
match starts
There we go. It happened. It's happening.
Last chance to nail down your
Oh, boy.
strategy.
What could be the ultimate game here on ESL Weekly number 11.
All right, guys, here we go. Best of luck to both teams. And again, this is tournament point if we do see VoTF taking this game.
Hold
Good
on
luck to
to your
both, and the
points.
game has begun. Sireph, take us away.
Absolutely, man. Checking out these splits, we're going to see a two-man defensive split going to Quarry for red, and the same thing going for blue here, but Helseth is going to go ahead and push forward to Waterfall, and we're going to see Rom doing exactly the same thing, so let's see what Helseth is up to. Over on Waterfall, we're going to see that Zapdos knows that there's going to be something coming into him, but will Helseth actually get on point is the question. Yeah.
So,
what's up?
so he kind of saw. I think he kind of saw Sizer coming there. So he
Yeah.
he had a second thought about engaging because
Red
had he
team
engaged
wins the
and
capture point.
had he like sort of been too focused on that fight against
Blue
Zapdos
team
or Zapdos
grabs the
rather,
capture
and
point.
not been able to counter Sizer, he would have easily been killed. Like even now, he's getting hit pretty hard here by Sizer. So I think that was a smart choice, choosing to come back to the team fight instead.
I
'cause
agree.
Even if he does still get focused down by Sizer now, he can still get up fairly easily, assuming he gets into a good position. He has a portal ready too, so he can
Yeah,
pop that.
the portal to Waterfall there is absolutely ready to go, but unfortunately he does get dropped there. Tage and Super coming in for the res, just shoving Sizer away. Get the hell back, man. This is not your kill. So Fralina though, from the side of Cheese Mode is going to be able to do it, but Helseth pops that portal, immediately goes over there. Is there anyone on their way to deal with this? The answer is no.
He did that last game too, and it
Yep.
worked pretty well. He did that from mid node back going over to Henge, and that worked pretty well. Sizer managed to get himself over there, but even as we see now, Sizer's way too focused on this mid fight to
Yep.
go and worry about his side point.
He did
Even-
decap Quarry,
team
but he
wins the
didn't
capture
sit there
point.
for the cap, and that might save. He might have saved his teammates right now. He saved Azron, I think it was, but now he has to deal with Helseth on Waterfall, and actually Helseth's kind of just abandoned the point, and they really should send someone to Quarry to recap. I think
on this
Posey will
map,
do it.
on this map, especially for VoTF, in my opinion, the team fight's more important. I
Really?
mean, like for Helseth, that was a free cap. That was all that was.
Yeah.
He was able to sneak in there, get the free cap, stop blue team from running points for a few moments. And as you can see now, because he did that, they forced Sizer out of mid fight, eliminated a lot of damage from the mid fight, and look, they won mid.
Blue team grabbed
and
the capture
assuming
point.
no one from blue team jumps onto this in the next 3 seconds, they've got
Red team
probably one of
wins the
the
capture
earliest mid
point.
caps I've seen in quite some time. Because usually that mid fight will go on until like about 9 or 8 minute mark.
Yeah, dude, and we're gonna see that Posey is gonna push away from Quarry as well here. I'm not with Tage here. I'm pretty sure that they might be able to take this, but Rom and Azron are gonna do a really effective job of stopping them up here and really just being the obstacle in their way. 5k health for Posey though, so he will have to back off, try and heal up for a second, and just get away from the fight here. But he will be tagging out though with I think it's Can Scout who's tagging in there for him, and we will see Helseth on the other side there with Super trying to get in on Waterfall, but there's Sizer and Zapdos in his way. Super drops down there. We're gonna see Helseth trying to get the heal off, but will it be good? No, he's gonna get stomped through, and Sizer immediately begins the decap of mid.
Indeed, he does. And as we go in there, he actually almost got the decap, as we saw. The red team still actually has a little bit of control of it. So, but oh, there it goes now. As we did have to see Helseth popping, or we did have to see Helseth jump into stealth there for a second. But now, where is Tage is the question. Oh, looks like Tage has fallen back over here to the Quarry to fight over there.
Yep, Tage has been there for a little while with Can
Yeah.
Scout. That fight has gone on for a really, really long. And
Yeah.
looking at the scores though, it's about to even up. Assuming they can get Quarry, we're gonna see Super and Sizer fighting their way over to Waterfall as well. This is gonna be really sick to see if Super can deal with Sizer, if Sizer can dispatch Super here on the Waterfall point. This is the main source of income, or it was before mid got capped by Zapdos, and then there's also a massive fight here at Quarry still going on with Tage and Can Scout and Azron.
Indeed, as we check out what's going on over here at the Quarry, this fight's still going on for quite some time and probably will, although we do need to note blue team has done an excellent job at coming back despite the initial loss at mid. They've capped both middle and they're holding Waterfall in contention for the time being here, and they've now taken the lead, bringing blue team up to 115 points with 2 caps in their control, going up against 79 points for VoTF with no capture points in their control.
And looking over at where Waterfall is, Super going up against Sizer. Zapdos is in for the res right now. Super just really needs to get some like cleave down or something, because Sizer is now up. And he has to 2v1 now, which is really not good for him on this point.
And he's up against Zapdos and Sizer is just going to be...
Look at the spike there. There it is. He just went crazy on him.
It was basically for Super there. The second 1cc would go on to him. He's kind of done just because of how much damage potential is coming out there from Zapdos and Sizer. And unfortunately, that I think that CC came out a little bit quicker than Super was expecting.
Yep. We do see Tage did cycle over to the mid, but Rom is about to die over on Quarry if someone gets to actually take him down here. I think Hellset will finally go in for the stomp. Kansco will do the same thing on Frey. So now they'll begin to cycle back in the mid and retake what they've been fighting for. You know, they're going to take Quarry now. They're going to restart the fight at mid, and now I think everything's going to reset except they're really behind in points. About well, it's 140 to 90.
Well, yeah, they're not. They can still
really, but I mean, it's not like it's impossible for them to come back. But it is a track for them to start fighting back. For
early game, this is they obviously blue team is pretty far ahead here. But I did need to note too is that like the score totals in general are very low for the timestamp we're at currently.
Absolutely.
Usually, in a more normal game, like in a team queue game or something, we'd probably see one of these teams in 200, sometimes 300 points at this point. We don't have anyone at even at 200 points yet, so. There's still a lot of potential for a lot of stuff to happen, and I mean, if it continues at this pace, there's a small chance we may even go to the timer, which we don't see that very often indeed.
But you know, when we do see the timer elapse, it's generally on this map.
So it's either this map or Kylo that we almost always see timer, just because of how drawn out some mid fights tend to be.
And we will see Posey trying to get some condies down onto on Frey there, I think, and Zapdos as well. But now he's going to have to go ahead and exit the play form right now. Drop a whole bunch of just stacking bleeds with the Scepter one there. And now Zapdos has dropped down. Tage going in for the Stomp. Will he stabilize through? Yep, that's just fine for the red team. We're going to see VoTF coming back in just a little bit there, but they've lost Quarry again. The Kanscout having to deal with the ROM right now. They've got that decap off, and now Kanscout has dropped. All of his spirits went down with him, and he gets stomped, so we're going to see blue cap Quarry.
Here comes Tage. I think Tage is going to be a little bit too late there. Yep, he even realizes that. He's turning himself around. Going to make his way back over here to middle to try and get that point back. Back over here at Waterfall 2, Sizer. Looks like he may get taken down, but with the support of Freylina. We'll have to see though too, because Super was in a 2v1 again. He was up against a Hambo, where I believe was the second edition, but Freylina was in the 2v1 last time too, but he was able to actually take down the target. But now it's going to come down to, with Tage in the support here, can they actually come back now? Super may go down in the next few seconds, and when he goes down, can Tage actually get him back up into the game, and now can Super turn the damage around onto Sizer and actually take him down?
That's right. Of course, worth mentioning, we do see that Rom is actually trying to take down the gate of red team there. They know they have this lead. They want to start getting more ahead. They want to start allowing these avenues of winning the game for them to start opening up. So Tage is going to go ahead and chase off Sizer, and Super is actually dealing with Freylina pretty effectively here. Frey's pretty much forced to stay on the outskirts of here, trying to play extremely defensively, while Super can just stay on the point, and he has pretty much point control there, and he can pretty much knock down Frey when he decides to, when he decides he wants to. We will see Hellseth pushing over to Quarry, will get on the point, stopping up Rom, giving him off. He will get the decap as well, and he'll start capping it up.
Indeed, he will. Checking out what's going on back over here. A man mid as well was captured by Kanscout. Interestingly enough, Zapdos wasn't stealth, and he, technically speaking, could have jumped out of stealth to stop the cap and then delay it by a few more seconds, but ended up didn't, and actually jumped out of stealth after the point was capped. So that was just something interesting I noticed that went on over there in the middle a few seconds ago, and now it looks like most of the fight is going to be shifting again over to the side points for the next few moments as everybody tries to vie for control of that.
That's right, man. As Ron and Sizer are right here. Also, this dropped the portal, and there is Kanscout coming through from the mid here, able to just swap places immediately. Also, this is now on mid. Tage comes through as well. Posey is here to deal with Sizer, and this is really good play from VoTF. Exactly what they need. Just the portal play is always great in swapping up the situations, and now they've got exactly what they need done. Sizer is down outside, like in between this cliff face here between Quarry and mid. Rom trying to heal him up. Really good. Will Tage be able to stop him through is the question. No, he gets stealth, and he'll get back up.
So to talk about that portal play for a second there, that Helseth, that was, in my opinion at least, that was more of a defensive portal play. Helseth was getting pretty low, and I believe he was being focused in the actual team fight, so that was more of a defensive play, get me out, and then he basically like tag teamed with Canscout there.
Exactly.
He tapped out and tapped Canscout into there through the portal, allowed Helseth to get to mid where there was literally nothing happening, allow himself to heal up, and then he actually, I think he rejoined, I think he actually stayed there, because luckily for him, somebody else came in there, and he was able to 1v1 and get the full health before that other person showed up.
Alright, well, we will see that Zapdos and Super still fighting over a waterfall here. Tage joining the fight once again, and Azron does as well. Firefields abound over here. Super off point, and he's actually very low right now. Tage going in on Azron, trying to keep his body up and alive here. Super is about, I don't know, 2k, 3k health-ish, and increasing. He does have that healing signet. That powerful healing signet to go in on this point here. Now all he has to do is kind of like run around the edges until he's got his health all the way back up, and that's pretty much what he was doing. But he's decided to like leave this point here with Tage staying on there, cycling back into the mid to help out Helseth. Let's see if he can interrupt Sizer before this. No, he's unfortunately not able to do so. So 1v1 with Sizer, Super is probably pretty decent, but now he has to deal with Frey and Zapdos as well, and that's not a good fight for him.
And to highlight some of the stuff that's been going on in the bigger game itself, we have actually seen VoTF make a comeback now. VoTF now controls the lead. They have one capture point, Minnow specifically in their lane, however, or in their, apologies, in their control. However, they are at risk of losing that now because we just saw Super stomp out. But for the time being, Red Team does have the lead, 264 to 249.
Yeah, they might lose that very soon, though. They're about 14 points behind right now. They're going to start closing that gap. They have the only income in this game here, unless the Red Team starts getting the kills that they need. Now we're going to see Tage in the middle, 1v3ing, not exactly where he need. Well, if he has the staying power to do this, but he has no support from his team incoming at all. All of his team is locked up, with the exception of Super, is locked up in Quarry. And they really need to come in and cycle to help him, but Tage has already gone down now. I'm interested in seeing what Super can do. He can't just come in and save Tage, so he might just have to take his place and start trying to do his best of just staying on the point.
And look at the timer too. And considering the scores, I think we may go to timer on this one. That or Lord kill. It may come down to that, or score Lord kills. In all honesty, just trying to get just trying to get ahead of their opponents. We'll have to see though, because there is only 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in the game, and no one is even at 300 points yet.
This is pretty ridiculous. We do see Rom has dropped now, and the second they start taking these guys out, they can start coming. VoTF can start making a comeback. But now Cheese Mode has grabbed mid here. They have officially capped it, and it's oh my god. I think like
so.
Go ahead.
So that right there was actually, I almost want to say that was a mistake by Helseth, and I know he's gonna stab me for saying that, but but he came in there. They had Super contesting that from the downsteam. Helseth came in, popped mass invis to actually stealth up Super, and I believe it was an attempt to get him up. But it actually allowed them to not only cap the point, but there was still too much AoE on the point, and Helseth was not able to get Super up.
So wow, that gambit did not work out in his favor at all. And I don't think it's going to pay off here. They're losing hardcore, and now they're just going to start pushing at the Lord, aren't they?
They were pushed. The Helseth was pushed back into base there for a second too, as we saw. But as we're going to see too, Red Team doing a nice job of spreading themselves out. Super again going for the waterfall node right now. He's going to be trying to get that back. But needless to say, Blue Team has taken a stronger lead now. They themselves have come back from the comeback and are now pushing a lead.
They're up 100 points, man. This is not good for VoTF. Rom pushing his way through the door. Helseth's going to descend upon him.
Red team got a
2 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock. Excuse me.
I want to say there's disagreement as to the Lord push here from the Blue Team, because they're not all in on this. Some of them don't. Only Rom pushed in it, and Rom had to have seen that Red Team was all falling back here. So that was either some disagreement on TeamSpeak over if they were going to push that or not, or that was just to delay the post-C Canscout and Helseth back over here and give the CM more time to contest at the quarry itself.
You know, if there's anything that will allow VoTF to come back in this game, it's gonna be that. It's gonna be that sort of indecision, that split second that they decided that they could not decide, rather, if they're going to push Lord or not. Sizer going back to Waterfall to recap it here will stymie Red's income, but they are seeming to start cleaning up, start to be able to clean up rather on Quarry, and it's just for Alina left here. He's going to get spiked down momentarily. He's going to get taken down by Canscout and Posey over here, but actually easier said than done. He's very stuck up, stopped up there with heals. Excuse me, and What's up, man?
With CM starting to push so far ahead, the question is, with only a minute and 15 seconds left in the game, can Hell's team actually come back? They need to push Lord, I think.
I think at this point, there's no
way I don't think, point-wise, they can't come back. They need to push Lord.
Yeah.
They need that Lord boost, or otherwise, and Blue Team realizes this too. You can see it. Blue Team's falling back as well. They got 1 minute to kill the Lord. It's gonna be tough. I'm gonna tell you right now.
We're going to game 3. I'm gonna call it right now.
Hellseth going into the downstate. That's not good. They may stomp him out over the next few seconds. 50 seconds left. I think I'm gonna agree with you, but they're going for the gate right now. Let's see. 40 seconds coming up on this as well. Cheese Mode is only 50 points away from taking this game. They're trying to take the gate down. Cheese Mode's all over them, though. You can see what they're doing okay on health pools. 30 seconds. Now the question again is, do they have the burst to take it down? And I don't think they do either. 30 seconds, they're trying. They're really trying to push in. They still have that one cap in their favor as well, but CM is just completely over them at this point. Let's see again.
18 seconds
pushing
on the
in.
clock right now.
Super throwing down the fire field here at the moment. They're trying their best to focus the Lord. 10 seconds left in the game. The Lord's at about 80% health. They're trying. They're just really trying. 60, 40, 5 seconds. Here we go.
If
40%
they get this,
health.
it's
Can
possible.
They,
they might get this, Blue.
Oh my goodness. Are they gonna
no! Yes, they got it!
They got it!
That's ridiculous!
God. Oh my god!
Oh my god! What the fuck?
That's it! They won!
Oh my god!
VoTF wins the tournament! They got the Lord with milliseconds to spare!
Oh my god!
Holy hell! They got it! Oh my goodness! That's it! VoTF, they've won! They've taken the tournament in what could easily be described as one of the best matches of Guild Wars 2 ever played. Oh my goodness. They got
They're
it.
disputing it.
Took it to the timer, pushed it to literally the last possible second.
Hold on a second.
What's up?
It said red team won on the victory plate, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because Freylina and Zapdos, they're disputing it. They say that you got the points after the timer went down. I don't think you can do that, right?
No, I don't think
It's
game
impossible.
mechanics would allow for that.
Yeah, like that doesn't. Okay.
It literally
Okay.
like the
So
end
this is-
like that would.
Do we just break?
I mean, granted, if we can review it after the stream's over, but that looked fair game to me.
Oh man, I'm broken, man. Like I can't deal
They
with
got
that.
it I think they got it with literally milliseconds to spare.
Oh my god.
Literally pushing it. If people in chat are asking for replays, trust me, guys. If we had the ability to replay, we would.
The VOD of this is going straight up. I'm putting the finals up first.
I'm sure Sireph will expedite the VOD directly to his YouTube. So that's going to be youtube.com/SirefSC. It's not the one linked below. Keep that in mind, guys. It is not the one linked below. It is youtube.com/SirefSC. The one link below is mine. VODs will not be on that channel. Go to Siref's channel. They'll be there. We will get those up ASAP because that was an amazing...
It was... The last 10 seconds of that game. Just, oh, jeez.
I didn't think they got it at first. I
didn't
thought
either, but then, like, it went down, and then, like, I don't know where I was looking at the time that the time
I honestly was confused, too, if they were going to get enough points to actually overcome a lead there, because it was looking like it, like... Whew, and that's, again, let's just think about this for a second. Let's think, too. Had, someone from Cheese Mode... Because there was no one on it, I'm pretty sure. Had someone from Cheese Mode gone over to Quarry and actually decapped that, had they done that within the last, with at least 20 seconds on the timer, they wouldn't have won. They wouldn't have gotten enough points from that.
I'm
just thinking of the things that could have happened there to change that outcome.
I am gonna see if Hellseth wants to join this call.
Okay.
So this may screw up. The video from Blue, and yeah, it does just a little bit.
I actually have Skype Premium, but...
No, I do as well, but...
Oh, yeah, that's right, we got the free ones, right?
Give the credit when the target was carrying me? Alright, that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, hello, Hellseth.
Welcome to the stream, buddy.
Video for like the 12th time in a row. What's up?
That play was pretty ridiculous.
That play? Yeah, it was me. It was all me, though. That was the thing you need to know. I did everything. My fucking... they're horrible, my team, but... You know, it's the thing you do when you're kind of a king.
Yeah. Well, what was going through your mind at those last few seconds when you guys were like about to lose and you're just like, we need to push now? Like, what was the calls that you made?
I mean, I didn't doubt the win for a second. Like, I already knew that we had won. So
Yeah.
I essentially just wanted to finish it in style, and I just said, like, finish it the way the kings would do. And I mean, they're peasants, so there's always a difference.
So you're in TS with your team right now. Do they have anything to say?
I muted them because they're not allowed to ever get any credit whenever we win a thing.
All right, man. If you could ask them for a statement, I would love that. Because you guys did such a sick job today. It was really,
All right.
really good stuff from you guys.
They're all saying that Taga needs to learn how to cleanse people.
Yeah, Taga needs to work on his cleanse game.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, man. Once Taga, is it Tage or Taga?
Well, it's Tage, but I'll call him Taga to bother him. Don't worry about it.
Well, once Tage becomes the ultimate guardian, once he finishes his
Alright,
cleanse
so,
game.
hold on. Okay, so shout out to chat that's salty as fuck about me being good at the game.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna cast the tournament with Blue, the 2v2 tournament. It's gonna be much better than this because it's actually gonna have me casting just one
Yeah.
selection.
Anything with Helseth is immediately better than anything that doesn't have Helseth in it.
Cool. Cool.
Anyways, man, thanks for coming on. Congratulations on winning, as usual.
Yeah. Gems.
So yeah, see you, man.
Cool. Yeah. See ya.
All right. So I think Blue, you still here?
Yep.
All right. It'll refresh in a second for Blue's video. I think it should rather.
Once Helseth
once we
thing goes
drop
away
him.
off the Skype, needs to look pretty.
Skype has been weird.
Go away,
Anyway.
Helseth.
So yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching the week 11 of the ESL Weekly Cup. Great stuff from every player out there who ended up playing today. Please, please, please register for week 12 because it's going to be amazing. It's going to be more awesome Guild Wars 2 action. Go ahead and follow me on Twitter, MLG Sireph. Follow Blue on Twitter at Dr_Blue. Check out our YouTubes. VOD is going up straight away right now. So guys, thanks again for watching. Stick around. We're going to be running some ads here as well. We really appreciate your support here, and also go to mistpedia.net for your source of Guild Wars 2 esports.
And as well, don't go away just yet.
Oh, wait, yeah, Blue's stuff to say.
This weekend, Saturday, 2 p.m., Mistpedia 2v2 number 3 will be going live. Same time it went live today, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 20 CET. That'll be hosted by me and Helseth right here on the channel as well. Don't forget some of the other events coming up later in the month. We have the Good Fights tournament on the 25th as well. We are going to be having the King of the Mist 2, which will be happening on February 1st or 2nd.
February 1st.
February 1st, thanks. It'll be happening on February 1st, and as well, I might be streaming later tonight, so if you're not doing anything, you can check that out too. But again, be sure to follow Sireph, be sure to follow myself. All my stuff is right down below for you to click. And yeah, guys, great tournament. Thanks for showing up. Have a nice day, everyone.
Yep, we'll be back next week. Same
See you guys
time,
later.
same place.
Same bat time, same bat place.
Bat channel.
Bat channel.
Same Blue channel.